Now that we have our video transcribed, you'll notice that the preview is all black. Let's talk about the timeline here. The top of the timeline is the video. The bottom of the timeline is the audio. We want to separate the video from the audio to delete the video. We don't need that part. Click here and drag down and then drag to the right to select all of the videos. Right click and scroll down to the unlink. Click unlink. All of the video has been selected here, and if it hasn't, you can always click on it and drag to select the video part and then press delete. Do a Command S to save. Click on the workspace icon and then click on effects. We're going to be working a lot in the timeline and in the effects controls. Go to the beginning of the video by dragging the timeline marker all the way to the left. You could press the play button or press the space bar in order to play the video. You're going to hear my narration and I mess up a couple times. You're going to take my best performances and you're going to follow the stop motion dialogue. Open this up and follow the dialogue. I did all the performances of the mortal first, and then I did the demon after it. So everything at the beginning here is going to be the mortal talking. You won't be able to hear my audio from my computer of Premiere Pro. You'll just have to watch me visually on what I do. I'm going to edit this part for the narration here. So this part right here, the longest narration, is the one I want to keep. I'm going to click here and drag to the left to delete the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. Click here and press delete. So the narration starts at the beginning. In this narration, I don't say the word demon. I just start by saying, you say there's no devil in hell and it's run by a committee. Sometimes what you write in your dialogue doesn't end up in the final cut. Keep that in mind. So this next part right here, the next 3 blocks, is this sentence. Now what I want to do is I want to move these to the right. In the toolbox here, click on this tool right here. This one is the track select forward tool. It becomes a double arrow. When I click here, I can drag to the right. And then I'm going to drag over to the right with my mouse. And I'm going to move this one over because these 3 blocks is that one sentence. The next one is, because there's a hell, I'm going to find that one next. So it's just this one block right here. I'm going to bring this one over. So the next 3 blocks here is this sentence here. So let's move this one over. This is the end of the mortal talking. This small one right here is the beginning of the demon talking, where he says, yup, and that's right here. Instead of the demon saying yes, when I was doing my performance, I thought it would sound better if the demon said yup. And then the next one is, why do you think there's a heaven? That's this piece right here. And then let's bring this over here. The next one he's going to say is, I don't get your fixation on oppositional binaries. Let's see if that's this one right here. I started saying it right here, but I messed up, so I'm going to delete that. Now after this one right here, I do this bit. So I'll get the track selection forward tool and click and drag this over to the right and listen to what I have here. All right, I'm going to keep all 4 of these blocks. Now I'm going to open up Premiere Pro so we can see this better. And down here on the bottom, if we click and drag this circle to the right, we'll zoom out and we'll see more of the timeline. We're going to get the selection tool. That's the top tool now. We can click on an audio and we can drag it anywhere we want in the audio area down here. So this was the last bit that the mortal says. Zoom in just a little bit and then take this dialogue right here and drag it down over here. I'll take this dialogue and drag it here. I'll take this dialogue, I'll 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 drag it here. I'll take this dialogue. Notice that I'm clicking and I'm dragging to select the dialogue, and I'll put that one over here. So this track right here is the mortal, and this track down here is the demon. This visually helps me to tell me which part is which. Let's zoom in a little bit. And what you want to do is you want to listen to the conversation. People don't talk right after someone else talks. They kind of think about what they're going to say first. So you want to have some spaces in between here. Get the track selection forward. I'm going to bring this over to the right. I'm going to bring this one over to the right. I'll bring this one over to the right. I'll bring this one over to the right. And I'll bring this one over to the right. And then I'll bring this one over to the right. And then I'll bring this one over to the right. When you're all done, press the play button to listen to it. depending on what the conversation is like, sometimes a dialogue might be on top of each other, closer to each other, or farther apart from each other. The further apart they are from each other gives some drama to the story, but you also want to think about your visuals and your audience. What is this all about? These are all decisions you have to make when you're editing your video. This is a pretty short video and it's a comedy, so I want to have short pauses between the characters talking. This lesson will continue in the next video.